Hi, welcome to the Second Coming of Unbelief. Um, we're going to continue going through some of the stories from Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Um, and today I want to talk about water from a rock. Eh, there are actual rocks that Christians point to. See, this rock is split. This is the one that water came out of this rock. Well, no, it didn't. Okay. Actually, there are two stories about getting water from a rock. One right after the Exodus. Everybody got thirsty, and Moses was told to strike the rock, and he did, and water gushed forth. This is, the crowd had been complaining, oh, there's nothing to eat, oh, we're dying of thirst. If only we'd stayed in Egypt, we had a lot of food, meat, as much as we wanted. Um, I'm not, no, not buying that. You can't make that many people follow you by force to go anywhere. So no, the story didn't happen. Okay, so that's the story in Exodus 16 and 17. The first time we get water from the rock. Oh, and as long as we're doing that, because just before or just after the first time we got water from the rock, there's a miraculous food on the ground called manna. Well, in Hebrew, manna means, what is it? And later in Joshua, I think we've mentioned the city of Ai, or some people say I. That means heap of ruins. So when whoever wrote the stories down, whenever it was, uh, they just made stuff up. It didn't happen. Okay, so now in Numbers 20, here's the one I want to talk about. In Numbers 20, the people are getting really near the promised land and they're getting thirsty. Why did Moses bring us out here to die? Come on. They'd had water the whole time up to now. And maybe they'd been a few hours without something to drink. They're not anywhere near dying of thirst. And Moses is tired of listening to complaints. Then he loses his temper and gets up front, shouts, "Here now, you rebels, must we bring you water out of this rock?" And he hits it 2 times. Who is we? We must we bring water? Who is we? Okay, so now God gets pissed that Moses didn't follow the instructions. He's just supposed to speak to the rock, but he hit it twice. Uh, hey, aren't people allowed to get weary and tired? And it's not like God gave Moses eternal energy and he never got tired. Okay, so God obviously did not make water come from the rock, but then he's going to punish Moses for losing his temper. Oh, this is punishment from a God that lies. On this very day that you eat of the fruit, you'll die. That's a lie. A God who regrets. He regrets making this earth, people on this earth. Um, God has human emotions, but his human leaders aren't allowed to have human emotions. Good one, God. And a side note, there's no archaeological evidence of wilderness wandering. The Exodus, Moses didn't exist. Uh, that whole part of the Bible is just someone creating a backstory to justify the present, whatever present time it was. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching Second Coming of Unbelief. Hit like and subscribe. See you next video.